Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chichi Doll, and if you guys are actually, you know what, scratch that. Hello guys, my name is Chinyere Victorious. So thank you guys for coming back to my channel. So today is an exciting video, you guys. Like, I have some news I need to share with you guys. So if you guys have been following me for some time, especially on my Instagram, I said some things were going to be changing. You know, I always talked about moving in silence and stuff like that. So today I wanted to share with you guys that I have officially graduated from nursing school, and I'm so happy about that. Like, you guys don't even understand the stress. Like, I don't even know who said it. Like, somebody said that nursing school was easy, like anybody can do it. The lie determined, the lie detector determined that was a lie. So yeah, because you guys know I've been through pharmacy school, and definitely I think it's more intense because number one, it's shorter, and you are expected to know a lot more information in a short amount of time. Normally pharmacy school is 4 years or 3 years if you do the accelerated track, and nursing school is 2 years or 16 months like I did the accelerated track. So I am super excited. So I just want to thank everybody who showed mad support, hella support on my Instagram posts, sending me love through text, calls, people who showed up for my graduation, like my cousin and my best friend, my husband and my baby. And if you guys didn't know, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, I thought her family was bigger. So my sister and I actually graduated the same exact day. So my sister graduated with a bachelor's degree in biology with a minor in chemistry, and I graduated with a bachelor's degree of science in nursing. And I finished with above a 3.0, so that was my goal, and I was happy about that. So yeah, so here is some questions that I get commonly asked. How long was my program? 16 months. I started last August, which was August 2017. Graduated December 2018. It's the same classes that that a normal nursing school takes. It's just in a shorter period of time. We do have a winter break in December, which is about like 2 weeks or something like that. Then we come back in January, then have another break around the ending of April, mid-May. Then we come back in June, and then we have like no other breaks until we graduate. Our school used HESI. You guys know I hated HESI because I did well on a few, but the majority of them was just like, but yeah, I know friends who were in the same situation, and don't get like, if you're like me and you didn't do well on HESIs all the time, just don't be discouraged, because I had people who literally went through my program and did terrible on HESIs, and they passed the NCLEX in 75 questions using what? UWorld. So yeah. What's another question I get asked often? Oh, my class, in order to get into my school, you do need a bachelor's degree in something. And it can be in anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be science-based. Yeah, science-based. Because we had social work, we had music, we had arts, we had PT. Some people came from PT. Some people who were in like medical school and changed their career paths. Some people who actually had a full-blown career and came back to do nursing. We had paramedics who decided to do nursing. So it can basically be in anything, just as long as you complete the prerequisites. And what was another question that a lot of people asked? How hard was it? It was hard. Honestly, yeah, it was hard. I think the thing that made it hard was that it was so much in such a short period of time that at times you would drive yourself effing crazy. Like you just go crazy, because you're just like, how am I supposed to learn something in one day and literally be tested on it in probably like the next few weeks or whatever? Usually when we started, the core classes was like foundations, and that's pretty much general. The second quarter was med surge, and then you get your specialties in between, like psych, maternity, and pediatrics. Then by the fall, you get med surge 2, and you do your capstone, and then that's pretty much it. Along the way, you do get your clinical. I had a clinical on the med surge floor. I had a clinical on the maternity floor. I had a clinical on the pediatric intensive care unit, and then my med-surg clinical for med-surg 2 was on the cardiac telemetry floor, and I loved it. So now, like, my biggest thing is taking the NCLEX and passing it. So I plan on using Hearst Review because my school used Hearst to teach us, and that was something that we paid for already. So they came out to our school for about, I think it was 2 or 3 days after our classes were over, and we had a review session, and then we still have the program software for however X amount of time, and then you can use it to study from. So I'm planning on using that, and I'm planning on using UWorld. I know UWorld is kind of expensive, and I know, like, some people in my class, like, I know they're doing, like they're partnering together to make the cost lower, but I don't want to do that because I just want to track my own progress. Some tips for last semester. So you guys know that I was pregnant. I will still say get lots of rest. Make sure you stay hydrated. Drink like lots and lots of water. If you do have cravings, I do excuse giving into those cravings, but like in moderation, because at the same time you don't want to be like stuffing your face with like sweets or whatever, and then it's not like really healthy, and then you're not having enough energy to stay up. Definitely need a support system. Mine was my husband, because he would wake me up when I fall asleep studying, especially with community, that class. Oh gosh, I used to be sleepy all the time. I would sleep in class. So if you have like friends who can write notes for you whenever you fall asleep, just get those notes for them. I suggest that. I had a main person that her and I were like this, so we would make sure we get our notes from each other. Tips for like if you're pregnant and you're going into clinical would be still same thing. Make sure you have like, I mean, it's up to you, but I would personally tell my clinical instructor, especially for myself, I was in a cardiac floor, which means that I could possibly get put in like a cardiac catheterization lab or anything that had like x-rays or whatever. I knew patients were going to be going there, so I didn't want to tell my clinical instructor at first, but I did because it was smart to be open about it than to seem like I didn't want to do it in case I got picked to go. So she was very understanding. So I watched a cardiac cath. What else did I do? I saw a stress test, EKGs. I saw all that stuff. Sure, like I was in safe distances, or if it was going to be too much, I just didn't go at all. Let me see. Oh, also, when you're in clinical and you're pregnant, make sure you do not sit down too much. If you have to sit down because your feet are hurting or whatever, I would suggest compression socks and a really good shoe that you wear on your feet that's very supportive. Compression socks was like bae for me because I always get like the 9 to 12 HG, and I would not buy any compression socks that did not have like the measurement on it because I would think it's fake. But yeah, what's another thing I want to say? Maternity scrub pants. Make sure you buy maternity scrub pants, especially if you're starting to show. I tried wearing mines, and I think I got up to maybe like 4 or 5 months pregnant, or four and a half months pregnant, or something like that. And it was literally digging, like, oh, I'm burping. It was literally digging underneath my waist, so I had to buy another pair. And there's ones that I got because they were not only maternity, but they were made in tall. Girl, like, you don't even know how hard it was to find tall pants. So I found the website, and I'll link that down below. Also, when you're dealing with patients, especially if you have to lift, I would say do not lift by yourself. Always remember your body mechanics, and if you do need help, I would ask. I would never tell somebody who's pregnant to try to lift somebody, roll somebody over, especially if the person is like maybe 2-3 times your weight, or you're not feeling steady on your feet or whatever like that. So yeah, and I would also highly suggest that you get lots of snacks. Snack breaks, water breaks, just to keep your blood glucose level up, because I noticed when I got really busy and I didn't really munch on something like a fruit or like a snack or something, like I can feel myself getting really, really, really tired, and that's not really good, nor is it safe for your patients. Let me see another tip. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any more tips. Yeah. I would just say, take it, take it one day at a time. Don't try to stress yourself. Keep your stress levels low. If there's something like bothering you, or you don't feel comfortable, I would definitely say share it with your clinical instructor. So, yeah. Tips for last semester is definitely just keep your head up high. I know it's hard. I know it was hard. The exams got harder. Definitely say if you need to study in study groups, make flashcards, make study guides. I have those. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I thank you guys so much for supporting me. I made it. I'm an RN. I'm so pumped. I'm sorry, a BSN. I have to take my NCLEX. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.